G'day and welcome back to Stitch Up and another episode of Voxel Tycoon. This is our Passengers Let's Play series. Last episode we actually started laying the start of the high-speed rail. We put down two particular stations quite a fair way from each other and laid about half of the rail, and we were dealing with things like these little 45-degree sections, and we'll talk about those in just a sec. I thought I'd spend the first portion, maybe about a third of this episode, in a speed build, and so yeah, you can actually see me start to build out part of the high-speed rail and try and complete this section of high-speed rail so it connects up to the two stations. Now, I was toying with the idea of using an earthen mound, but I find that to be too, to go on that 45-degree angle, because the bridges will not go on the 45-degree angles at all. So I actually, well, to my knowledge, so I've actually decided against that, and I actually bring the rail down a little bit towards that lake, and then we actually do a couple of right angles. Now, later on in the episode, you'll luckily see that these trains do not really slow down. I don't think they slow down for these right angle corners at all, these 90-degree corners. But if it is, then it's minute if they do slow down. And of course, we found a slightly better way of doing the earthen mounds for the points, or I guess for the turns. Now, we also discover later on in this episode that we need the earthen mounds for any signaling, because gantry signals will not be able to be put up on bridges. And so, yeah, we have to sort of, we basically need to put the gantry signals on mounds as well. And of course, wherever we decide to put our high-speed depot for the trains to be procured and serviced, I guess, we need to also put that where there's an earthen mound as well, because you can't break off a third siding track off a bridge. So there's lots of things that you can't do off bridges. But yeah, it sort of gets there, and you can see we spend the portion of this episode just putting things together. Now, I do like the height that we've gone with. I've tested all of our trains running underneath these and running the general part of the network, and it seems to be running really, really well. I also have found that I was building these earthen mounds for the corners. I was building those earthen mounds sort of by hand, and I was putting a part of the mound up and then putting the track on it, and then saying, okay, the track's got a bit of mound to rest on, so now it should be able to work out where the rest is. I've actually discovered you don't need to do that at all. When you get to finishing a bridge portion, you can then turn the bridge function off, and it will put in just the earth pieces that it needs. And you can kind of see that being replicated on the screen, or being played out on the screen. And I'm trying to also see if in these parts of the high-speed rail we can keep the electrification on the outsides. So I guess on the left, if you're building, yeah, so well, not in the center, basically on the outer sides. And then in addition to that, I'm trying to keep all of the pillars at the same spot as well, because I want that to just kind of look nice. I think that will help with running trains underneath, less obstructions and things like that. Ran into a little bit of trouble here where I had to put little ends on that went down a slight bit. I couldn't find another way of fixing that up. It wouldn't, when you're building a tunnel bit, it wouldn't allow you to go any far into +1. It wouldn't allow that, so there was a bit of a hold up there. I also decided to give us a little bit of clearance away from the existing rail. Now, the existing rails and passengers, I wonder, because high speed is expensive to put in. It's good fun. I'm glad we've done it, and I'm glad we're doing it, and I'm going to expand the network. But I wonder if this city is always going to be reliant on standard speed, the standard mainline passenger rail as well. I think we're going to need it, especially for some of these smaller towns. I'm also wondering how the high-speed elevated network is going to go when we start to connect in more than point to point. So when we put a third city in there, you know, obviously we're going to have to pick earthen spots where we do the junctions, and that's going to be an interesting little one. I'm keen to see how that plays out. I hope you guys are enjoying this from home as well. Please leave your comments as well, guys. I always like to read those. It is great to see your comments. I get lots of lovely comments on all my videos now, especially the Voxel Tycoon ones, and it's absolutely fantastic. I really appreciate it. I also discover that we will need some signals after each station. So I actually take out, at the end of the 2 stations, I take out a little section and remove it. I have to remove the whole section actually, but I take out a section and I actually put an earthen bit in about 10 blocks in length or so, and then I try and make a nice little similar, nice little changeover. So of course the high-speed trains will be running on the left side track, but they'll come into either platform 1 or 2 in this case, but they'll need to swap back to the left side track when they take off again. So it needs to be able to have that. And of course initially I forget to put the straight part of the track on these little crossovers, and I go back and fix that as well. But we'll jump into the standard part of the episode, and yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this slightly different approach to this episode with a little bit of a speed build. So I'll see you in just a sec. Okay, so now we're back into the regular part of the build, the episode, and I'll tell you what, since I've moved a few things about, although hang on, I've paused the game. Yeah, but since I've moved a few of the tracks around and just roughly put things back, I must have had my signaling perfect for the amount of trains that were on the network, on the standard mainline network, because like things like these little signals here, there was big traffic jams, I had to go and fix things, and you know, yeah, by the way, the money has really decreased as well. So look, let's get a train running. I'm quite nervous because we spent about 20 million, and I just want to make sure it works. A couple of things that I was looking at is the gantry system. Yeah, the gantries have to be placed on earthen, not on any of the bridge, so you can't just go and put a gantry over here. So that could be okay, because we could put gantries just, well, at the moment, if I'm just running one train, I don't need any signals, and then the gantry signal here allows me to run 2 trains, and we've also put the connection in as well. So the connection as they come out of each station, they've got these little swap abouts, so they can change from one side to the other. So they should always travel on the left, and I want the signal to be able to tell them which way to go. Yeah, so signal goes there. Okay, so I've got to make sure that that is workable. I want them to always go on the left. Yeah, it should work because of that one signal, but we might have to put a few more of those in there. We could put another one in here. I think the place I'm going to have to put our, because we need to put a depot in. Now, I was going to put the depot here. Now, to do the depot, it's fine to put it there. I can put it at grade and set it up on this hill, no problem. And it can face this way, so they go out on the left here, heading this way, out on the left. But the high-speed depot, I can't break it into this bridge because I can't put a connection going into the bridge without putting a piece of earth in there, like without breaking up with the earth. And to do that, I'd have to get rid of these whole bridges, and I think they cost about 3 million each to put in or so, and I'd only get back 454. So that is ridiculous. So what we'll do is I might just cop it on the head and just do it on this side. So I'm going to lose my whatever it is here, and just re-put this back in, but I'll put some yeah, so this side will be, because it's already going out that way, I'll be able to put it here, and then they go straight out and head outwards. So let's pop it down and we'll get one of these high-speed trains running. I'm going to have to get rid of this whole section, so that's fine. And then I think I need to then just grab, let me see, if I grab terraforming, do the leveling tool, and just, I'm going to have to get this all the way up anyway. Let me try doing that. And then see if we can then go, okay, well, what about if the our little friend goes in here? So let's put him in there. Okay, so we go into depots and we get the high-speed depot for rail on grade. So this is where it will be, and it needs to be away enough. So let's put him here, give him a little bit of a visual break. I think that's pretty good. Let's put him there. That gets him at the right grade. So this is where it'll be. So that's quite nice. I don't mind that. We can decorate that up a little bit as well. And now I should be right to just go and put... let's get these two rails going together first. So we're going to go high-speed rails, and it's going to be on the left for the signaling. And we're at just no bridge here, so it's all just to, well, first of all, we could build this to here, and then I just need to do a cut in here. So that's what we need. Perfect. And that signal electrified on the left as well. And then from here, I wonder if I could build this one, but do it on the right, so I can line the pylons up. So if I go bridge and like that, yeah, that would work. And then that, yeah, does that work? Yeah, the electrification's all nice. Pylons line up nice. We've got a little extra one there. That's fine. Yeah, that's all right. That's good. So that would work. We've got one set of signals. Now we need to pick the train next. So let's do it. I want to pick the rolling stock. Now I kind of want to pick the rolling stock and stay with it. I think the Hispano Star is out because of the cost. And I think I kind of think in the DB Ice 3 is the one to get, because it just looks a bit better than they're both, look, these are both exactly the same stats, although the tonnage is different. But I kind of like the look of this one. It looks high speed, so we could either have that. We're gonna have to borrow some money, unbelievably. And if I just check here, maximum speed 292. So I want to check here. If I bring him up, so I've gone one up there. There's the middle one there. So one up here. So I'm doing one either side till we get it to a big length. Maximum speed 265. So it's dropping. Let me see if I can get him up to suitable. So it's going to be, yep, 219. If I could do this bit, so 237, and he's 233 kilometers an hour. Because I want the long trains. Now, why are these guys not running for passengers? If I do this, yep, there we go. Okay, it doesn't need to be this long, but visually I wanted it to be as long. You got the middle section there, and I've not done him quite there. So, okay, so he gets down to 233 kilometers an hour, 99 a second. Running cost 2.5. That's ridiculous. Okay, so we could have a look at him. So what is he? 233 kilometers an hour. If we go by and we go select this, so that's that one. Let's do the well, this one runs at 200 kilometers an hour. Let me check him out as well. I want to set DB class 423 at 120. This guy runs it, yeah. See, look at him running at 200 k's. He's the other one. Do this. Let's see him. So max speed 166. Now if I keep adding him in, oh, look at that. If I add him in like that, is that 135? So 90 meters. So that's adding in extra sets, the pantograph one and plus one other, I think. So that's interesting. I like that. So if we go, that's 200, and so he must have to have two pantographs together to get the top speed. So we get him up there. He's at 200. And that's 135, and if I go here, he's now at 180, and here he'd be 224. So 224 is his maximum, 200 kilometers an hour, and 37 seconds, 37 second acceleration speed. So that's interesting. About the same price. I think we, let me see here, let me go and have a look. So that's, we've looked at this one, we've looked at this one. Who else is because I think these ones that go at 320 is pretty good because they'll get up quite a bit. I think we're better off taking those guys. I'll have a look at the TGV. He's got the double story one. That's quite cool actually. So 320, and we look at him, he's 103 meters, looking at his maximum speed. So we've got two reds, two blues. That's nice because I can see what's happening here. So we go again, it's 285, and I want him to be 277, 269. He's still fast, still very fast actually. He's still above 250, and we wanted 200, so he's still pretty good, and that's 210 meters. Let's do this guy at look at the running costs. I wonder if he's going to be a drain on my system. if I go across here and just see if I can get an extra, that's 228, 246. So that would be that at 5.3 million. Do I want to do that? Do I want to run him at that? The running costs could be exorbitant on that one. So what are the running costs? How does that factor in? Maximum speed 320 cannot be reached due to lack of power. But if I change all these guys to this, where's the pantographs? They're all there. Why? Lack of power. Interesting. He's still getting a good speed. I don't know why. Have we got? Is there something different about the power? So he's 5.3. I could do it if I borrowed everything. Yeah, I could borrow, but that's a lot just to borrow for one train. 246. So he's a lovely train, but do we want to be? Do I want to try this and just see how he goes? I'm just worried about the running costs. I really am worried about these running costs. Okay, so that's that one at 5.3. 2.3 running costs. I don't think we'll ever make that back in passengers, ever. I think it's going to be a drain. This is where this could be really interesting, the running costs of these guys. Don't tell me I've put all this in and the running cost is just going to drain our money. Get passengers here. Now, if I have a look here, what are we looking at? 200. He goes at 180. 320s. Maybe we need to look at the other research and see what else we've researched. Let's have a quick look here because I think we still had, what do we got here? Is anything being researched? No, we can unpause the game now because we've built what we need to. Yeah, we can unpause it, keep the money coming in. Let's go speed 2 for a bit while the money comes in. Research is nothing at the moment. And if I start it off, so we got everything here. So the diesel engines, well, we're running electric anyway. Heavy electric. I'd like to see what the running cost of that little tacker is. What about this guy? Only 110 k's an hour, and he's 110 as well. This guy's 350. So we're going to want these guys to be fast. These guys are the passenger tube trains, London Tube. That's good, but we don't need that. Heavy electric engine 2. No, see, we don't even need that. We've got the TGV. Okay, we're going to pick one of these guys and we're just going to go with it. Might just check and see if there's another. No, it's just these guys waiting. We had a few traffic jams that we had to resolve. Okay, so I'm going to start off and stick one of these guys on the network. I think I'm going to go for that white one. Yeah, I think it was middle of the road. Let's check his running costs. It was the DB Ice at a possible 320. Because really it's out of this one, or this here. They're the three that are going to be the options, given the speeds. And here at 302, if we add in 302, so if we add in one, so that's 4 million at 2 million running costs. And we add in that to left and right. He's at 165. Running costs are up again. 265 is his speed. 256. 249 he's down to, and he's at 201 meters. And if I go up here, did I add in one there? I think I did. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side, then the middle. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Then the middle, he's at 237. That's good because if you go here, he's now over. So we'll go 237. He fits on the platforms. His running costs are at 2.5. His speed is 233. It kind of doesn't look anything super special. Do we want to do this one? Or do we want to run that big double deck one? So 2.5 is the running costs there, and he's 5 million. I think we should do this guy. Let's do him. Yeah, let's put him in. Do you know what? I'm going to commit to it. He looks more like a high-speed train as well than the other one. So let's make sure he's all set for passengers. He is. Okay, and I'm going to borrow all of the monies. And so that's bought. Oh man, buy him for that. And his route is going to be, please. So we'll do the first stop is going to be here. God, I'm so nervous about all this. I'm so nervous. there. And he's going to be, no, sorry, not load. In fact, just delete that. Don't want that at all. Sorry, delete the whole thing. Yep. So add stop here. It's going to be transfer and add stop here. And it's going to be transfer. And you're going to be called high speed 1. Okay, high speed 1, HS1, lovely, and we are off and running. So shall we try it? Let's see. There's the depot here. There's a regular train there. Let's see what happens. Oh man, hang on. No power. What's got no power? Vehicle missing energy supply. Vehicle missing energy supply. Okay, don't panic. Electrification is in at the moment, isn't it? Let me see the research. I have a feeling something's not implemented in the game yet, but why would it let me build all this? And I've seen electric. Electrification. Rails, we did. Storage of signals, we did rails. Rails 2, which means Rails 2 we did. Rails 3 we did, didn't we? Yeah, Rails 3, and we got Truss Bridge. Right. Researching, we did all this. Steam engine, diesel engine, we did all that. Heavy electric engine, we did. If I click on this, what just happened? Did I just swap all this to the other side? I just swapped all the rail lines to that side, which is interesting. But this guy, how has he not got power? What's the problem? Train 20 is trying to move through a non-electrified section. Ooh, I think this has to be... Ah, okay. Yes. So I think... Hang on, a non-electrified section. So, Depot 1, he's a high speed. He's trying to move through. Ah, yeah, I did move all that, didn't I? Yes, I did. So if I go electrification, hang on. If I do rails, electrification, and I do this, there we go. Ah, he's missing that a little bit there, was he? Okay, so if I go here, speed 1, he now doesn't know his destination, so that's all right. Now it's a signaling issue. Ooh, okay, that's good. We've now moved all of the rail. How far did I muck that up? I want to move that to the other side. Did it do it all the way? Oh, it did bloody all the way. Look at that. Alright, well, it's not the end of the world, is it? The pantograph should get it either way, shouldn't it? It doesn't matter if it's left or right. That's just a... Yeah, left or right is just a preference. Okay, cool. So he'll go into there. Right, I need signals now. Okay, so let's get the signaling in at the stations, and then we should be good. So we'll do the signals at the stations, and we'll see about this. So if I do this here, I should now be able to put in... yeah, let me put one. Maybe I should put it there. Okay, let me see about this. So if I go, what is it? Terraforming, decorations, and I scroll all the way down the bottom, I can see I'm using a standard gantry, not the sloped ones. Edge of, middle of. Oh, we want this edge of. Thank you. I want to spin it, and I want it to be. Yep. Okay, so I want it to be here, I think. So let me put him there, and another one there. Yep. And then we do gantry and spin it, and do there and spin it with, gee, it really odd. Okay, so gantry is ready to go there. Okay, let's look at signaling. Rails, and I need this to be, so if I just put in gantry pre, because he's got to think about this, doesn't he? Yeah, gantry pre there. So on this side he's not coming in. On this side he will be coming in. So gantry pre on this side, because he's got to decide which one he wants to go. On that side, nothing. So he goes either way. Yeah. And then coming out of this, it's going to be just gantry standard. Where is it? Gantry signal. I think I've done this. Oh, yep. There, gantry standard. Okay, so we do that. Now that might be okay. On this side, we want to say that. What if I could put a gantry right here as well to say this is two directional? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Let's do that. So if I go, hang on, I'm just going to unpause it and see, are we still lost? Yeah. Okay, yeah, you're still lost until we fix this. Okay, and well, I could just run these without gantries, but maybe I'll just run some standard signals here. If I just put in, yeah, I'm just going to run some standards just so we get him running, and then I'll fix it up. So if I go here and here and here and here, that should now be the signaling that we get it all going on. And let me just run that same theory. Standard signals, high speed all the way. Oop. Yeah, high speed all the way over here. He may be because he's got a little merge going on there. So is it free ahead? And is it free ahead? And is it free ahead? And then we can do one going that way as well. So that could be good. And this could be treated as an entire block. But we want this to be here and there so they don't go against it when they turn around. Now that should be enough to get them going on high speed. And we just replace them with gantries. Okay, so let's see about this. He's lost. Where's he going to? He's going to Crookwell first. Trains can turn around, can't they? Oh god, trains. Please tell me trains can turn around. Game settings. Allow train turnaround is on. Yep, we can change that, can't we? Allow train turnaround. Yes. So train should flip. They're on the left here. Ah, right. We may just have a little break somewhere. So let's check the high-speed rail just to make sure we don't have a little break, because it should be able to do a full loop. You might find them around here somewhere. Is this all good? No, that's all pretty good so far. Just checking. Flying along the high-speed flyover here. This is quite cool. Let me see. They're all good. Yeah. Right here, you're all good. Yeah, the gantries look good. There's the gantries there. They look all right. Just after a turn though. Is the tunnel electrified? The tunnel is electrified. Do you want to go through? Oh, let's not go through. Okay, tunnel is electrified. Ah, oh, look at that. Yes. There it is. That's the problem. Okay, so we get rid of that. Okay. Now we should be good. Do we want to check the rest of it for obstructions? No, of course we won't. We'll go back and have a look at this. And we unpause it. And now are you good? Now he says he's lost. Why is he lost now? Hang on. He is lost. Okay, let me see. There might be more of this. So there's that one. Okay, they're all good. Allow train turnaround is nice. He should flip over. So you can then go from here to there. Ah, okay. I think now what we should do is put in... because I don't want the train to start without us. Now I have no idea how long this episode is too, because it had that little speed build at the start. I'm just going to use the standards here and just say you are in both directions. Hang on. Oh yeah, but all of those like that. Did I do that at the other one? Because that's both, isn't it? Yeah, that is. Did I do that at the other one? Flying over to... what did I do there? Did I do that? Did all those? Yeah, I did all the 4. Yep. So they're both directions. So that should be good. Okay, let's try that now for high speed. Unpauses the game. Everything's electrified, isn't it? Oh, the station's electrified. Ah, the stations may not be electrified. Aha! Let me see. I think I need to electrify the stations. Yeah, I think I do. Brilliant. Okay, so electrify this one. Yep. Oh, nice. Oh. I think I just solved it. Let me not get excited. And electrify this and this. Yep. Now, I tell you what, I'm out of everything. If this doesn't work now. Oh, it's working. Brilliant. Okay, let's do it. Okay, we're going to see him. Is this the guy? Is this the high speed? Here he is, high speed 1. Now, his speed is at 100. I'm going to zoom out a bit. I wonder if we could do the follow just to zoom out and follow. Okay, we're on speed 1 and we're going to see now how he goes here. So he's at 107. That's still good speeds, because here's a regular train just over here. You can see the other train. Now he hits the straight at 198. He's at 200 as he comes out of the bend. And we're going to follow him. This is speed 1. So he's at 200 kilometers an hour here. So this is, what does he get to? 227, 230. He'll have to start slowing down. 235, 237 on the bend. So he doesn't even slow down for the bends, which is great news. He's at 241. That's brilliant. I mean, this is going to cost absolutely heaps, and I think we're not going to make enough money to keep all this going. But nonetheless, we have some high-speed trains pulling in. Here we go. We'll zoom in a bit. We'll see him pull in, and we'll see him do his thing. Now, what's going to happen? Let's see. Is anyone going to get on? Okay, how many passengers are going to get in? Because I tell you, I need this thing to fill up in order for him to... 10 there, 10. Okay, so let's just see him go out and we'll see what he makes. Okay, so he's... oh, geez, I can't even beat him over there. He's fast. Okay, we might do this bit at speed 1. We'll see him come in. Geez, that's at speed 1, and look how fast he's still going. So he flies in there. But I don't think he's going to make very much money at all with the running costs. I think we are going to be up the yin-yang with these running costs. I'm really worried about this. I love the length of the stations. That's brilliant. Okay, let's see how much he makes. Oh, the game saves. Why is the game save? Okay, he pulls in. Well, it's only 2 stops here, so we don't know. 39,000. Now, with 2 million, running cost of 2 million, how is that going to work? think we're going to have to build the other infrastructure. We've got the main line, I guess. But look at this. If you see him next to a regular train, look how much faster. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm going to do some investigation of running costs and things like that. Please leave your comments down below if you have any thoughts on the running costs and how that's going to go. I'll have to let the game run for a bit. I wonder if it just means if you're going to have high speed, you must make sure that you're making money everywhere, because we want to, we want to make sure we're making lots of money. Let's repay all of that loan. Look at that. We've only got... There we go, we still owe 500,000 and we've only got that. I'll have to check out the running costs here and have a little look at a few things. But yeah, maybe it means I've really got to maximize everything else and be making heaps of money off everything. Here's another guy who wants vacuum tubes, is it? Just glass tubes at 1,700 per sortie. This guy's at 1,300, the other guy's glass tubes at that. Well, I'm definitely going to supply that very shortly. So, how many days left? 153. I'll go supply him. He's going to be making heaps. These high-level products, vacuum tubes, glass tubes, they're going to make us lots and lots of money. There was someone wanting some steel beams over there. They're also going to get a fair bit. I wonder if we need to maximize all that before we can kick off. Okay, this has been a good episode. This is the episode of High Speed Rail. Look at that. Look at that. You know what? Let's just, let's see here. Oh, yeah, he's brilliant. And you can hear him. Brilliant. What worries me, I'm going to go speed 3. What worries me is that I'm just looking at the profit to make sure we don't have... Profit is going up, but I just wonder about the costs. I'm really worried about that, aren't I? Yeah. Vehicle running costs. They're going to go up. So they were 910,000, but I suspect that might go up a little bit, but we'll see about this. Okay, guys, maybe those running costs are per month. There could be something. Yeah, we'll have to see. Please, I hope you enjoyed the speed build, and yeah, I'll just have it on speed 1 while we just do the outro, but hope you enjoyed the speed build. Hope you enjoyed our high-speed rail setup. Got our nice big trains going along there. Don't forget to leave comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Stitch Up, and I'll see you in the next episode of Voxel Tycoon. Cheers!